Hi everyone, I'm High Priestess Autumn Venus. Let me very quickly tell you where you can find me on social media. Find me on my Facebook page at Magically Blessed. Find me on Instagram at Autumn_Phoenix1. Find me on YouTube at Autumn Phoenix. Find me on Periscope at Autumn Phoenix. And find me on Twitter at Priestess Autumn. Tonight's broadcast is the dark side of light workers. Now, for those of you who don't know what a light worker is, let me tell you what it is. A light worker is someone who has an enormous draw to help other people. They are empathic and compassionate. Many light workers feel terrible by the sorrow in our world and thus are drawn to professions in which they can put their passion and caring towards people in need. Now, what some people don't know is that everybody is a light worker. Everybody is a light worker because the spark of the divine shines within each and every single one of us. What I have here is a 3-step process that helps me stay centered in my spirit rather than getting caught up in my spirituality. Now, when you are a light worker, everybody's different from yourself. Some people might say you are not a light worker because you eat meat, or because you do yoga, or because you're not doing yoga the right way, or you're not living your own life the right way. They might say just because of those things, you are not a light worker. First of all, everybody is different. Nobody is the same in this world. Nobody. And like I just said, everybody is a light worker because the spark of the divine is within all of us, not just a few people. So what I have here is a 3-step process that helps me stay centered in my spirit rather than my spirituality. The first thing is observe consciously. Observe consciously. One of the greatest gifts as human beings that we have, and when it comes to spiritual teachings and practices, is to help us become more aware of our natural human reactions and emotions. We may not all be able to control our inner reaction, how we feel inside, but if we can catch ourselves before saying something mean and nasty, as soon as those thoughts, like a thought like, oh, they are so, and you can, of course, fill in the blank. People might say to you as a light worker, oh, they are so stuck up. Oh, they are so quiet. Oh, they eat meat, so they must not be a light worker. So, use your imagination of what some people might be saying to you in the terms of they are so this or that. Whenever those things come up, we become a witness. We become a witness to our reactions rather than being bound by them or bound by them or identified with them. So let me say it again. we become a witness to our reactions rather than bound by them or identified with them. So those people who might say you're not a light worker because you don't do yoga the right way, maybe not doing yoga every day, or because you eat meat, or because you eat, fish, or because you eat like pork, or you drink milk. Those people are suppressing your natural human instincts, because not all human beings are the same. We're not all the same people. We're all different and unique in our own ways. We all have something to contribute to the world. The second thing is accept compassionately. Accept compassionately. Once we come to the realization that we have slipped into judgment and made ourselves better than or superior to another person, instead of condemning ourselves and worrying about ourselves for condemning, we can practice compassion for our humanness, what makes us human. We can take a deep breath. Some of us might have to take a really deep breath, process our feelings, and welcome what we might learn about ourselves. So don't be so quick to pass judgment on yourself when your own shit is not together. That's all it really means. Don't pass judgment on somebody else when your own shit is not on point, when you're not where you should be yourself. That's why I always say, worry about what's going on in your own garden before you say anything whatsoever to somebody else. The third thing, respond lovingly. Respond lovingly. Now that we are aware of whatever has come up for us, we can go beyond accepting our human reactions and transcending them by asking one simple question: what would love do? Ask that question. What would love do? The moment we ask this question, the very second we ask this question, we bypass over ideas and ideologies and get right to the heart and soul, where all spiritual paths are trying to lead us anyways, and yet getting there does not require any specific path whatsoever. Sometimes the heart will tell us to accept, connect, invite, open, and include. And sometimes it may tell us to walk away, speak up, draw a boundary, discreet, and also be firm. That means you stand your ground. But no matter what our heart does say, it will always do it from, for, and with love. We can then take a step back, reconnect with our hearts, and speak and act from our spirit rather than our spirituality. Now, I wanted to give you 2 examples of speaking from spirit rather than our spirituality, because nobody's spirituality is the same. One example is saying something like, we may make a condescending remark by ending it with namaste. or love and light. If you don't actually mean namaste or love and light, don't say it. Don't be a smartass. Okay? The next thing is, we might sometimes say, I'm not religious, I'm spiritual, but here's the thing though. Some people say that as a attempt to disassociate themselves from what we might perceive as the dogmatic and judgmental nature of organized religion. But yet, run around and exhibit the same exclusion and rickety that we have tried to rise above. So those are 3 ways to live centered by your spirit rather than get caught up in your spirituality, because nobody's spirituality is the same. Everybody's is different. Nobody is the same whatsoever. The thing I want to tell you guys is also we have a full moon on the 18th of May. May 18th, we have a full moon. So let me very quickly again tell you where you can find me on social media. Find my Facebook page at Magically Blessed. Find me on Instagram at awesome_Phoenix1. Find me on Twitter at Priestess Awesome. Find me on YouTube at Awesome Phoenix. And of course, find me here on Periscope. Thank you everybody for joining me, and I will be speaking to you guys shortly. Bye everybody.